Welcome to The Awakening with Kelvin Phiri, where we delve into the critical issues facing Africa and chart a path toward a more prosperous future. I'm your host Kelvin Phiri, and today we're exploring why Africa continues to face challenges in international negotiations, the historical and systemic factors contributing to our current situation, and what needs to change for Africa to fully harness its potential. We'll be drawing on insights from key sources to provide a comprehensive understanding of these issues. Historical context and current challenges. Let's start by examining the historical context that has shaped Africa's current position on the global stage. The colonial era left a significant impact on the continent, with artificial borders dividing ethnic groups and economies designed to serve colonial powers. This legacy continues to hinder cohesive development and self-sufficiency. Walter Rodney's seminal work, How Europe Underdeveloped Africa, offers an in-depth analysis of how colonial exploitation set the stage for many of the issues we face today. Excerpt from Rodney, The Exploitation of Africa was a deliberate and conscious act by European powers, designed to siphon resources and wealth to Europe while leaving African societies impoverished and fragmented. After gaining independence, many African nations faced new struggles. Political instability, corruption, and external debt burdens have been major obstacles. These issues are often exacerbated by unfair lending practices and economic policies imposed by international institutions, which trap African nations in a cycle of dependency. Dambisa Moyo, in her book Dead Aid, critically examines how foreign aid has often done more harm than good, perpetuating a cycle of dependency rather than fostering true economic independence. Excerpt from Moyo Aid has helped make the poor poorer and growth slower. It has left African countries more debt-laden, more inflation-prone, and more vulnerable to the vagaries of the currency markets and more unattractive to higher quality investment. Another critical issue is the inequality in visa processes. African citizens endure stringent procedures when attempting to visit Western countries, reflecting a broader systemic bias. This contrasts sharply with the red carpet treatment often extended to Westerners visiting Africa. For Tendai Ashumi's article Migration as Decolonization in the Stanford Law Review highlights these disparities and their roots in historical power imbalances. Excerpt from Acume, the restrictive immigration policies faced by African nationals today are a direct legacy of colonial attitudes that devalued African mobility and autonomy. Contemporary issues. Moving to contemporary issues, land grabbing for carbon credits has emerged as a significant problem. Under the guise of environmental conservation, large swathes of African land are being appropriated, displacing local communities and continuing a pattern of exploitation. James Fairhead, Melissa Leach, and Ian Scoones discussed this phenomenon in their article Green Grabbing: A New Appropriation of Nature, published in the Journal of Peasant Studies. Excerpt from Fairhead et al. Green Grabbing is the appropriation of land and resources for environmental ends, which often results in the displacement of local communities and the marginalization of their traditional livelihoods. Africa's wealth in minerals and natural resources is well known. However, deals often favor foreign corporations and governments, leaving local communities with minimal benefits. This imbalance needs urgent addressing to ensure that Africa reaps the full rewards of its natural wealth. Richard M. Orty explores this in Sustaining Development in Mineral Economies, the Resource Curse thesis. Excerpt from Orty: Resource-rich countries often experience slower economic growth compared to their resource-poor counterparts due to the mismanagement and exploitation of their natural wealth by external actors. Path to empowerment. So what can be done to empower Africa and shift this narrative? Strengthening governance is a critical first step. Effective governance and anti-corruption measures can ensure that deals and policies benefit the local population. Lewis and Ndikumana and James K. Boyce's Africa's Odious Debts provides a comprehensive analysis of how foreign loans and capital flight have bled the continent and the steps needed to reverse this trend. Excerpt from Ndikumana and Boyce: Good Governance, Transparency and Accountability are essential to ensure that the benefits of natural resources are shared equitably among all citizens. Regional integration is another powerful tool. By fostering stronger cooperation among African nations, we can enhance our bargaining power on the global stage. The African Continental Free Trade Area, or AfCFTA, is a promising initiative in this direction, as highlighted by the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. Excerpt from Anike: The AfCFTA represents a significant opportunity for Africa to increase its role in global trade, promoting economic diversification and resilience. Embracing technology is also crucial. Technological advancements can drive development in key sectors like agriculture, healthcare, and education, helping Africa become more self-reliant and competitive. James Menica and his colleagues at the McKinsey Global Institute explored this potential in Lions Go Digital: The Internet's Transformative Potential in Africa. Excerpt from Menica et al. The Internet and digital technologies can unleash new opportunities for economic growth and job creation, transforming traditional sectors and opening new markets. Conclusion: Africa's journey over the past 60 years has been fraught with challenges. However, by understanding the roots of these issues and actively working towards sustainable solutions, we can pave the way for a brighter future. It's crucial for us to stay engaged and committed to building a prosperous Africa. Thank you for tuning into the Awakening with Kelvin Phiri podcast. Remember, change begins with awareness and action. Stay tuned for more discussions on how we can bridge the gaps to prosperity and ensure a better future for all Africans. Until next time, stay informed, stay active, and stay committed to progress. Let's stay engaged and committed to building a prosperous Africa. See you next time.